Welcome to Primo RV Center inside a brand new 2026 208 BHS in Apex's Nano series. This is the most popular floor plan they make, has been for a number of years. This is by far our most popular family trailer, pretty well every year since 2018, since its debut. They've made several changes and updates and improvements over the years, and certainly has never had more features to offer and never been more capable than this 2026. And we're going to take you through some of those little things they've updated to make it even more capable, especially if you're considering kind of off-grid use at some point. As we come in the door, we have our main switches for things like basic interior lights and awning light, our switch for our slide out, and our awning switch as well. I'm going to mention here with our slide out, one of the features here that people absolutely love is the fact that when the slide out is in, you will still have full access here down the center to the kitchen, to the fridge, to the kids' bunks, to the bathroom, to the pantry, and to your primary bedroom here at the front. So the beauty is if you've got a laneway wide enough and you've got it in the laneway and the slide out's in, prepping for a trip, the nice thing is you don't have to open that slide or move the trailer to be able to access anything. So super convenient feature both at home when you're getting ready, but also when you're on the road as well. Up front, our most popular unit tends to be the standard queen bed at the front here, which you've got a great little privacy curtain. We have optioned in the Stargazer feature that you see here. By far, any of our Nanos that have that feature, they tend to sell the fastest for us. Our customers absolutely love it because hopefully most people, if they're able to, hopefully will get out there, get off grid a little bit, or are taking sites that aren't necessarily always powered. And when you can't run air conditioning, it makes a dramatic difference when you open that up and you've got blackout screen as well as a bug shade as well. So certainly as spring hits, the bug shade comes across, and later in the summer you can not have to use that. In the nighttime you can also, again, shield yourself from the sun. But the turnover of air you get is pretty dramatic. And I do find if you don't have a driving rain and you're in the trailer, you could still leave that open. You're still going to get that airflow, and you're not going to find you're getting a ton of water getting in either, which is really nice. In the last year, they did add an additional window on the door side here. There is an option, should someone wish to order it, for a Murphy bed. Obviously, having that little door side window, if you've got the Murphy bed option and you're sitting on the couch, makes a lot of sense as well. We do have standard roller shades they've brought out in the last year. We've got our emergency escape window here. We do have about a 50-50 split in terms of outside storage under the bed and inside, so you've got lots of room for bags and luggage underneath there. You're going to have USB as well as 120 volt on both sides of the bed, so whether it's charging, running a CPAP machine, things like that, you're well set up. You've got a couple of cabinets here on the top that'll go back about 3 feet. On the side here, you can choose to have it simply storage here. You can remove that shelf, and you can also hang on either side. We do have a nice, huge shade there for that front windshield as well. Just lets in so much light here, makes the trailer feel a lot bigger than it is. We are tip to tail here just under 25 feet. The box itself is under 21, and then our driveway here is about 4340. So a wide array of SUVs can tow this, as well as smaller trucks. You don't need a full-size tow vehicle, which is really great. Some of the things that drives this particular model to be so popular with some bigger or middle-sized families. Great kitchen here, so the storage continues from the last year's slight update. So we've got full drawers here, great storage in the middle for pots and pans. We do have an outlet on the side here for you, and then you've got everything undermounted. So you've got full counter space here, you've got a stainless steel sink underneath here, nice high-rise faucet, huge matching windows. So you've got the kitchen window and the slide window across from each other. They're the same size, so you're going to have great cross flow of air here. So again, off-grid usefulness, this is something that certainly helps. Something I didn't mention as well with the off-grid usefulness, they have upgraded the amount of solar. So standard in the previous 2 model years was 200 watts. We are now 400 watts of solar. So really great feature. And then also with that, you'll see here on the outlet, it says GFI. So for the 2026 model season and forward, it is now prepped for an inverter. So if you want to be able to run potentially some of those outlets, obviously a 2001 inverter, it is prepped for that. So anything that says GFI, the microwave would be one that is not, so you couldn't use that, but you could certainly use it in the kitchen to make a coffee with the appropriate unit, electric cooktop, kettles, those kind of things, toasters. So if you get the right wattage, just make sure that the whatever appliance you want to use doesn't go over that 2,000 bar mark. We've already done one in the last month. We by far were the first one to do it because I don't think most dealers even quite frankly realized that they were prepared for that. So that's something you can add in the future. So it's got some future upgradability as well. We've got our furnace just below our microwave, which is also the convection microwave and the air fryer now, so that's an update of the last year as well. Great pots and pan storage. We've got our central AC here, so quickly it will cool things down. Nice big 13,000 BTU unit. We've got our little cooktop here, Greystone. It'll flip back, give us some protection from the wall, so keep the sauces off the wall. We've got 2 propane cooktops. We've got a huge fridge, so if you've got a bigger family or teenagers like myself, you'll appreciate the fact you've got tremendous depth here. And again, you've got lots of capacity here. That is a 12-volt fridge, so that's where the solar and potentially increased number of batteries. So your power converter here is ready for lithium batteries. We are getting more and more customers going that way. But 2 6-volts for a lot of people who are occasionally off-grid are wonderful too. So certainly if you're thinking of being off-grid, definitely talk to us about your plan so we can kind of give you some advice on the corresponding best bet for batteries. We've got a great big dinette here. If any of your kids or guests are under 6 feet, so if you're kind of hovering right about 6 feet, you will fit lengthwise. If you're slightly over 6, you can angle yourself. You're going to fit well. My daughter, who's 5'9", sleeps on ours often, loves it. It's nice and flat. It's also nice and wide as well, so you can store all the bedding underneath here or even on one side. You've got easy access from the front, but you can also get there through the top. You've got a nice big light here, updated little light here, really nice accent light here. New wood tone here, so very light walls, light floors with slightly darker, just a wood tone that's really, really nice. I think it's actually not captured as well in pictures and video as when you're in it and you have the lights on. It really looks quite rich. So we head to the back here. We've got a preset up for television, so should you wish to have one, we can either just install the mount or mount in TV, but it's always ready for it. You've got a digital antenna on the roof for the TV and everything that you need there power-wise. We've got our thermostat for that furnace centrally located in our kitchen area. We've got an outlet here that's very handy if you want to see work from the bench here, so laptop, plug it in. We've got a carbon monoxide detector hardwired in, and then we've got our power converter just below our pantry. So this can be pantry storage, could be some storage for the bunk area. They'll go back again a few feet here, so you've got lots to work with in terms of capacity there. And then we've got 2 huge bunks, so bunks that the kids really aren't going to outgrow, certainly adult-sized as well. Again, you've got roller shades in both. You've got lights in here as well. You've got individual curtains, and you've got power in here as well. So certainly if the kids want to relax on a rainy day and come inside and maybe watch a movie in the bunk or something like that, you certainly have the power to do that. So we have the 90-degree possibility in the bed here, so you can leave it down. Could be a 3rd bunk option, could be a great spot for a dog bed. But again, it's also a place where if you wish, this will fold up and you could then put some bikes or something taller in there, Rubbermaid bins that you use outside. So there's lots of options in the way you use that in transit. Easy access to that bathroom, as I mentioned, on the road, so you don't have to open anything up. So you've got great medicine cabinet here. You can keep all the first aid stuff back there. You've got a vanity up top as well, so keep all the toothbrushes tucked away. You've already got some hooks in the wall for towels. We've got our ignition for our tankless hot water heater, so it's in the bathroom here. So sort of endless hot water when you've got water on site, but you still have 50 gallons of fresh water here to work with, so you've got a lot to work with. That's our monitor panel there. We've got our switch for our water pump if you need to draw water from that tank if you're off grid. And then we've got lots of room around the toilet. Certainly if you've got longer legs, you'll appreciate that. And lots of hanging storage there as well. We do have the skylight in the tub with the full tub surround, so if you've got younger ones splashing around in here, it'll protect the walls, but you've got some height if you're taller in the shower. And then we've got our central vent here to be able to vent out all the humidity, and a couple extra towel holders there as well. This one is equally well set up on the outside to be, again, lived in. And if you've camped before, you quickly realize that is where you're going to be. So let's head outside. We're going to take a look at the amenities on the outside, which really allow you to stay out there longer. So we've got the standard Moride steady steps here, so they anchor to the ground. And even if you've got uneven terrain, you're going to be quite comfortable. You can dial it in and make sure they're nice and level. We've got our folding lend-a-hand here, so especially if you've got little ones, you'll appreciate that as they kind of are unsteady sometimes. They've got something to hold on to coming in and out. And then hopefully it'll be under that awning that we end up living. So this does a nice job of giving you lots of awning coverage. So as we come around to our front, we've got a brand new cap here, which we didn't even know was coming. So showed up today. We wanted to show it to you first. So brand new Apex Nano cap, really nice recessed lighting behind the panel, so a little diffused. Also in the logo up as well. You'll notice here, if you've looked at some other front caps on the Nanos, is actually an even wider window, so you get even more light coming in. Again, being a cap that's 3/4 length, you've got less to have to maintain, less seams, which is always a good thing in the RV world. We've got a nice high-rise stone guard here, a couple feet. We haven't yet made the alteration, but we do put on a standard power jack for all our Nanos. It is not a standard feature from Coachmen, but we do it here as part of our standard package to our owners. There's so many using SUVs. So that'll change up here shortly. Two 20-pound tanks are the standard, and they're full here. We've got room for multiple batteries. So again, talk to us about your needs in terms of your plans. We'll make sure you have the right ones. We've got a battery cutoff switch up front here. So again, if it's going into storage, that big 400 watts, so two 200-watt panels on the roof, that'll still continue to charge those batteries, but nothing else will be drawing power. So you come back knowing that they're fully charged, ready to go. We've got great storage here. So the coach is 7.5 feet wide, so you've got all that to work with in terms of the width in the storage. We've got our switch here for our front cap lights. We've got an interior light. Our solar charge controller is there, making sure we don't boil our batteries. We've got 4 oversized jacks on the coach. So again, very steady when those are down, and you'll see the awning goes right from the very front compartment and takes you right back to your outside kitchen. So you get a nice big 14-foot awning here, so you got lots of room to work with. That's going to come out a full 8 feet. So you've got a ton of shade here. You've got tandem axles, so lots of stability on the road. Always good for the long journeys. You do have alloy wheels here, so you're going to not have the rusting to have to take care of. That LED strip light runs the full length of the awning, so you've got all the lights outside you'll need. But you do have an additional outlet here should you want to add some more or use that for perhaps an electric cooktop. Easy access to our tankless hot water, so when it comes to winterization and maintenance, easy to get to. And then our awning, again, ending just before outside kitchen. So you've got a great griddle. It's a Lodge cast iron top, pre-seasoned, so it's ready to go. And then you've got a little charging station as well as a plug in here. So if you want to, again, plug something in like a kettle, you can if you've got power on site. This will be just a 120 volt fridge. But again, in the future, should you decide to add that inverter, that would be one that you could run off that inverter battery solar combination. So it should be important to you. Each bunk will have its own window, so you've got lots of ventilation coming through there. We are pre-set up on any of the tandem axle Nanos to have a future hitch. You're going to see the bolt holes there, so we do keep the hitch in stock. It is a bolt-on application, so should you wish to have some bikes off the back, that would be an easy way to do it. If it's just 2 of you, we have some other options off the front. Standard with a spare tire located here in the rear. We do have a backup camera prep on the back, so it's ready for it should you wish to add it. We've got 30 amp service here to be able to run our AC, but if you don't need to run AC, you can do away with that and just use 15 to 20 or one of our adapters. We have a pre-hookup here for cable and satellite should you have it. Great feature here if you've got a family and you're using it with kids. Outside shower, so great for washing the dog's feet, your feet, everybody's feet before they head in if you've just been to the beach and just rinse yourself off. We've got our on-site water connection here should you be lucky enough to have water on site. Our black tank flush, so that helps to clean out the sensors on the black tank. So should you be hooked to sewer on site and you've got water on hand, you can hook that up as well. And then as you're dumping your tanks, clean out that black sensor. You can see our slide system here coming at about 3.5 feet here. Again, that nice big window giving you that cross ventilation. And then we've got a big 50-gallon freshwater tank. This is the fill port here. Just below that, you're going to have a nice big valve there. So if you've still got 20 gallons left and you quickly want to get rid of that, it's quick and easy to do that. We've got our magnetic latches here on the outside, very, very handy. So that should you want to reach in and grab something quickly, again, you're not getting that door in your head. You will notice an additional little hatch here, which you may not have noticed on any of the Nanos before. That is the prep for Starlink. So if you are looking to bring either a Starlink setup you have or add one because you want to be able to work from the road and extend your vacations and time away from the office, that is an easy way to do it. You could also use it for anything else you want to route in electronically. Gives you some options there for the future as well. We welcome you into Primo RV Center to come have a closer look at this brand new, just arrived today, 2026 208 BHS in Coachmen's Apex Nano series.